this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. Looking at the MACDs to moving averages, today's support, resistance and pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Friday the 10th of September. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against US dollar being a mixed start to the morning. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid a fallback through the pivot at 46,445 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 47,343. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Bitcoin to break back through to 47,000 levels. So barring an extended rally on today, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 47,398.6 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target 50,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance levels is at 48,297. A fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 45,491 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should avoid sub 44s. Second major support level at 44,592 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, we had a bearish cross at the turn of the day coming off the back of yesterday's late pullback. So look out for direction there. It's inconclusive at the moment. On the EMAs, 50 has pulled back marginally from the 100 and the 200. That's still a bearish signal suggesting further downside ahead. So key would be to avoid a fallback through the pivot at 46,445 and move back through to 47,000 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, support levels will be in. Moving across to Ethereum against US dollar, positive start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum move through the pivot at 3462 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 3531. Support is going to be needed for Ethereum to return to 3500 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 3568.59 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target 3700 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 3638. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the 23.6% fib at 3369 and the first major support level at 3356 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should continue to avoid sub 3300 levels. Second major support level sits at 3287. Looking at the MACD, slight narrowing of the bearish histogram at the turn of the day after yesterday's late bearish cross, so look out for a further narrowing there to support upside. On the EMAs, that's still bearish, however, with the 50 pulling further back from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further downside ahead. So key would be to move through the pivot 3462 and back through to 3500 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Litecoin against US dollar, positive start to the day. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid a fallback through the pivot at 182 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 187. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break back through to 185s. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 188.85 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Litecoin target 200 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 194. Fallback through the pivot would bring the 23.6% fib at 178 and the first major support level at 175 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should avoid sub 170s. Second major support level at 170 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, slight narrowing of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day after yesterday's bearish cross. So look out for a bullish cross through the morning to support further upside. On the MAs, however, the 50 has pulled back marginally from the 100 and the 200. That's still a bearish signal. So key would be to avoid a fallback through the pivot at 182 and move back through to 185 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, support levels will be in play. Looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, also bullish start. Community Ripple's XRP avoid a fallback through the pivot at 1.0998 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 1.1262. We'll need support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break out from 1.10 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on today, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 1.13805 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ripple's XRP target 1.2s before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1.1645. Fallback through the pivot will bring the 38.2% fib at 1.0659 and the first major support level at 1.0616 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 0.10 levels. Second major support level at 1.0351 should limit the downside. Looking at MACD, slight narrowing of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day, so look out for a possible bullish cross there coming off the back of this morning's gains. On the EMA, still a bearish signal, however, 50 pulling further back from the 100 and the 200 suggesting further downside ahead. So key would be to avoid a fallback through the pivot at 1.0998 and break through this morning's high 1.103 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play.